The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith here. Tonight, Game 5 in this conference finals matchup. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the Pacers, they're enjoying a terrific postseason run. Only one loss so far. A definite title contender, but they're just taking it one game at a time. And tonight, a do-or-die game. Shaq, what can a team with its back against the wall do to shift the momentum in this series?
You just got to remember what you work hard for all season. Let that fuel your passion and play like there's no tomorrow.
Ooh.
No tomorrow. No tomorrow.
If there is no tomorrow,
why would you play?
We've got a lot of issues.
Because if you don't win, there won't be a tomorrow.
I'm going to tell you this. If there's no tomorrow, I'm not playing hard because you want to win the hustle plays, though. And every 50-50 loose ball is really key. But again, if there's no tomorrow, I'm going out on the beach and hanging out and having a good time if there's no tomorrow.
But that's the question. If this is like, say this is Thursday.
Right.
And there's no tomorrow.
Right.
Is tomorrow still Friday?
You can taste the excitement here in Indianapolis. It's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals with the series at 3-1, and a spot in the finals could be had tonight. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to NBA playoff action here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Take a look at the Pacers. Guys, win after win, they have been utterly dominant in the postseason. One sweep after another.
You're really in an excellent position here to close this thing out tonight. A 3-1 series lead.
And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be prevent.
Thank you, David.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Indiana wins the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Cleveland. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's Irving in at the one spot. Love at the elbow. And the foul on Al Jefferson. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
The Cavaliers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Thompson no good on the free throw. On defense, the Cavaliers, they are still stinging from the loss on Thursday.
And that was one of the few times that we'll see a team just lack fight defensively and losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor is not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
To the paint, here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Well, I tell you, that really sets a bad tone, especially this early. I mean, I'd rather see him commit a hard foul than give him an easy two like that. Know that you're willing to protect the basket. Make him earn it at least.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Thompson dishes to James. Irving for three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, George. Here's the beast. Back to Young. Money from the wing.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Irving sets a screen for Smith. Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing. The Pacers have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. It's good.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. James outside. Irving kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Shot's good from Young.
How about that quick trigger? Excellent quickness on the release of the shot. No way the defense can catch up to Young when he's firing as fast as that.
A screen from Thompson. Thompson, a screen on George. LeBron kicks to Love. It's hauled in by Paul George. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Young passes to the Beast. Back to Young. Indiana moving it around. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Sinks the three-pointer. And Prez looking very calm as he drills that three-pointer.
And he has the confidence to take that shot when he wants. Nice finish to get his team 3.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
Rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Jefferson. C.J. Miles comes in for Thaddeus Young. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Young. And it's Teague in for the Beast. George, that's a two-pointer. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Cavaliers. Young and Turner up front. Young is out there with the Beast, and it's Miles in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Smith dishes to Love. Irving for 3. The shot, no good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got it done. He scored 23 points and also was a pest on defense with a lot of steals. He performed really well. I could see his role expanding to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, David. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Just like that,
The Beasts got 8 points.
The D was all over it. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Lets it go with a 3. And that's good for Joe Johnson for 3. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Off the pick. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 9 points for Justice Young.
A sensational focus. Young not letting the D affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
There's the dish to Smith. That ball's great assist by Love.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
Now the pass to Young. Here's the Beast, covered by Smith. No good from the Beast.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Johnson kicks to Love. Smith for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's the Beast. Rebound, Love.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up, and the foul called on Joe Johnson.
Yep, there we go.
That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Jefferson's checked in for Turner. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. And the shot goes in. And that's 11 points for Justice Young.
Yeah, and Young has a beautiful touch from the mid-range, really sticking it to the D from there.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And I think taking a time here to...
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
Sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Paul George is checked in for C.J. Miles. Ellis comes... So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pacers lead by 18. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey, this is what happened.
Welcome back, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the famous Chase Tower stands tall above the city. And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway.
What a game Justice Young is having. He has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Cavaliers trail by 18. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Love, the two superstar forwards. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Fires it up. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here's Irving. He kicks it to Thompson. LeBron outside. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
The Beast passes to George. Puts up a 3. That shot misses. Great D that time from James. The Cavaliers trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
Pass to the Beast. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Back to Young. Kicks to Jefferson. And he banks in the layup. Jefferson's got his second basket.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Well, you know, against a player of his caliber, sometimes those layups are going to come no matter what the defense throws at him.
Here's Love. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good game for Love. He has 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner comes in for Al Jefferson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Thaddeus Young. Cleveland also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Johnson in for James. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's the Beast. He's covered by Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the Beast. Some solid defense there from Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 20. To the inside. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Levin's checked in for C.J. Miles. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The Beast passes to Turner. Shot from the wing, and he drops that one in. That's 12 points for the Beast. Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Love. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Tonight, we have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate.
And Cleveland also making a change. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. An entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Paul George. Young comes in for Rodney Stuckey. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's the Beast in for Levins. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Johnson. LeBron comes in for Jefferson, and it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. Good work there as it goes.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but
There we go.
I tell
There we
you
go.
what,
That's
he
what we
didn't
need.
look like
Let's
he
go.
was out of his
Check me,
element
baby.
at all right there.
Young. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
We welcome you back to the Eastern Conference Finals here on 2K Sports. Indiana's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. The Beast is in at the point. C.J. Miles is out there with Allen, and it's Young, and it's Brooks in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. McCray kicks to James. To the paint. It's stolen by Allen. Young outside. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Here's the beast. That three off the mark.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
LeBron outside. Feeds it to Williams. Here's the break. Plenty of space. Miles, that's good.
Really nice, wonderful release from Miles. Just so good at measuring up his shots.
Outside Williams. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Johnson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jefferson comes in for James Jones. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Williams kicks to Anderson and finished off by Anderson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Johnson for 3. That one doesn't go. Indiana's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Williams kicks to Anderson. Pass to Johnson. Dishes to Jefferson. McCray passes to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. And Jefferson throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's the beast. Passes it to Stuckey. Here's the beast. Shot on the wing. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Johnson outside to the middle. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Ball's knocked loose.
And just not much more you can say, guys. It's the end of the line for one team and a hard-fought, well-deserved trip to the NBA Finals for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Young. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. The Pacers making a change here. Brooks checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Channing Fries checked in for Anderson, and Smith subbed in for McCray. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The Beast passes to Young. Good once again. That makes it 8 for 9 this game.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Smith outside. Jefferson dishes to Smith. Stolen by Brooks. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Allen's shot is off.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Outside Jefferson. From deep. Can't get it to fall. So they've done it. They're going to move on.
And you can see the elation on their faces. I mean, not just happiness, but pure excitement and joy to be headed to the NBA Finals.
A tremendous opportunity now, just 4 wins away from a championship.
Yeah, and so close. I mean, they can practically taste it right now, but it's not going to be easy. Those next 4 wins are going to be the most difficult of the season if they can get them. But no matter what happens, I think the accomplishment of winning the conference championship is something this franchise and its fans will always remember.
And they'll represent the East in a final series that's mere days away. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.